Hi guys, how you doing? Senior Gaming here, and in today's episode I'm bringing you Valor Legends, and we're gonna go through new hero tutorial, Mikayla. So if you're a Valor Legend player or perhaps idle gamer, then make sure you subscribe to the channel as I post as often as possible and bring you best tips and advice. Okay, then, so before we actually go through the tutorial, let's have a look what this hero has to offer. So what we can establish from here, we know this is a priest class. So obviously we will be counting on some healing abilities perhaps, or something which adds energy. So let's have a look. So the first skill actually heals all nearby allies by 3.5% of her own HP, which means we need to invest pretty heavily in HP if we want this heal to be as effective as possible. Okay, so we got one healing skill now. Second one, actually it also heals all nearby allies for another 3% of her HP. So we got pretty much two similar skill, one to another. Then obviously we're gonna have some passive bonuses in here, and we've got HP and damage reduction, which HP is very handy because obviously depending on that we will be healing more of our other characters. And then finally we've got here a Rhythm Master, which means she will conjure a surrounding field, which then redistributes 50% of all damage taken. So that sounds very, very interesting, especially if you got a tank around the cluster. Means rather than all your nearby heroes dying and sometimes being one-shotted by powerful skill, this now will be redistributed by all characters. So I think this skill is going to be a game changer, and I can't wait to see it in action. Alright then. So we have discussed that. Now let's have a look what we've got on a tutorial. Alright, so let's review a first skill. Mikayla constantly regenerates HP in nearby allies, strengthening the endurance. Okay, so let's look into that. So we're gonna choose a support on a tank class. And let's go ahead. Alright then, so just need to make sure obviously Mikayla is closely to other heroes, and this is where we're gonna trigger these healing rings, which then also expand into something with a bigger range. So this is very interesting. We need to make sure obviously she's close next to the other heroes. Right, and now we're gonna go with a second tutorial. So we got to place obviously Mikayla in a pretty strategic point, obviously to get our healing up and running. So let's get her in between these characters. And let's see how that will go. So obviously with a difference of any other healing classes where you can sort of do it with a range, here what we need to pay attention is that we got to have other characters within that ring, and this is how we're gonna have this heal being effective, which pretty much we see we've got two different sizes of it, so that shouldn't be really a problem. Okay, so that's our second challenge done and dusted. And then finally last one, Mikayla fourth skill equally redistribute damage, and that's the one I was talking about. That is definitely a game changer. So we're gonna have her in the middle, and we just need to obviously trigger that last skill and see how this damage will be redistributed. Okay, so basically we're starting off with just healing around this field. Okay, now we expanded so we can also reach our tank. Okay, so as long as enemy's tank is dead, I think this is where we are on the winner. Okay. Yeah, and that was pretty powerful display. Obviously what we need to pay attention with this particular hero is just to have her somewhere nearby your other characters for the best output. Alright then, so that will be it guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always I'll see you next time.